Hi, we have lots of people come in that have questions about strawberries and raspberries. How do you make them grow? What's the best way to make them produce? How do you make them really thrive and be supercharged? There's a few really simple things to do. Strawberries are awesome, and look, they're starting to put on their strawberries right now. But if you want your strawberries to really produce well, there's several things to remember. First of all, strawberries do like a good, rich, soft soil. So you're making an investment. Really prepare your soil ahead of time. Put lots of organic stuff in there like peat moss, old straw. There's lots of commercial compost that you can put in there that are really good, and we got some great ones. Then in our area, we have a lot of heavy clay soil. They don't like that. So if you make a raised bed and dig really deep under it, that's a really good thing to do. Kind of raise it, mound it up over, then plant them 14 inches to 2 feet apart. Some people say take off all the runners that first year, take off all the blooms, take off all the strawberries until July, and then let them produce, and then next year they'll be really awesome. I don't have that much self-control. I want to eat the strawberries. So I do, and I let the runners go. And a lot of commercial growers do that too, because then they have small plants growing up that they can add to their strawberry patch next year. The choice is up to you. The berries will be a little bit smaller if you let the runners go, but they'll taste just as good. And they like to have cool roots. So how you manage that is you mulch them. You mulch them nice and deep, 3 to 4 inches if you can manage it, and let them grow up between that. And then put a drip system in. Actually, you should put the drip system in before you ever plant. But they like steady moisture. They can be flood irrigated down in the furrows between the raised beds, or drip watered. That's what they really like. Don't ever let them dry out when they're producing, because that'll just ruin everything. One really good way to produce or to raise strawberries, really easy, is to make a strawberry planter. These are awesome because you can take them in the fall if you want to, or you can put them in the garage when the season is over, and next year you can still have these plants if you didn't allow it to freeze outside. You just take everything out, be careful of the roots, put new soil in, always use new soil on everything, and then replant them in there, and there you go. They're so decorative, and it's such an easy way to have a bunch of strawberries around without a whole lot of trouble, without having to make all your beds and everything. Over here we've got raspberries. With raspberries it's kind of the same story. They like rich soil, they want cool roots. Make your soil really well amended. You can't put too much organic material in there. Mix in old leaves, straw, peat moss, compost, anything like that. And they also want lots of iron. So every spring, put on the iron so that they have it when they start producing. They really use a lot of iron, and then mulch really well. And the other good thing about mulching for both strawberries and raspberries is it keeps the weeds down. And it keeps the moisture in, but mulch it good and heavy. They want cool roots, and they'll produce for you really well. Then you have to prune raspberries, and there's a trick to that, but our video is not long enough for it. So come in, and I've got a tip all written up that'll tell you just what to do. But both strawberries and raspberries are possible in our country, and really well producing ones. If you take the time to prepare your soil, you mulch them, you keep them wet, and you go out and talk to them every night before they go to bed.